Can't even hear you. Your mic is muted.
Bitch. What we gonna do? We gotta scratch this one.
I could edit that out so we could start
Okay.
again.
All right. Start that shit over.
That shit was weird as hell.
No, you keep going. Go ahead into the intro. I could cut this all out and we can have the intro.
Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Black Love Elevated, guys. We are having conversations about love, relationships, and real life experiences. I am here with my girls.
I'm Tobie.
Y'all already know I'm Eb.
And I'm Ash.
So, with that said, it is tea time, y'all. It's time to talk about some things. So, Ashley, please tell them what Black Love Elevated is all about.
Absolutely. Thank you, Miss Ebony. So, guys, we are a group, Black Love Elevated. We're basically a group that was formed in Georgia, specifically the Douglasville area, not necessarily Atlanta. But we do expand out there that way as far as our fun. But we are a group of married couples and also those who are in serious relationships looking to develop relationships, whether it's their own personal relationship or friendships. So what we do is we typically may get together, have some gatherings, have some serious conversations. And now we also have this wonderful podcast called Black Love Elevated, presented by T.E.A with Tobie, Ebony, and Ashley. But overall, what we've done over the course of the last year is just really build a bond amongst each other. And what we're looking to do is continue to build that bond with other couples and people who are looking to be in serious relationships. So I'm going to pass it over to Tobie so she can tell y'all more about some of the fun stuff that we do in the events.
All right, you guys. So Black Love Elevated is turning the heat all the way up this summer. In June, we bringing y'all the great big game show energy where it's going to be couples competing, yelling, laughing, talking shit, fighting for bragging rights all night long. Then in July, we bringing New York to the ATL. Oh, yeah. It's going to be more vibes, more laughs. I mean, basically, y'all, summer 2026 kind of belongs to Black Love Elevated. Y'all got to tap in, make sure you RSVP, get in where you fit in. So I heard y'all say this was tea time. So tonight, I am drinking on a black walnut old fashioned. What you got, Eb?
Oh, you switched it up. Switch him up, sis. Y'all right now, I'm representing my Black Love Elevated glass. I love me a great margarita, so it's going to help me flow with the words.
That sounds good. And y'all know me. I'm sticking to my man, Jack.
Oh, goodness.
A little bit of Josh.
Wait a minute. Who's Jack?
Sticking to my man, Jack. Don't tell him.
All right, y'all. So, yes. We got this thing going on, y'all. So y'all already know. We told them it's tea time. It's time to jump into this thing. So we're going to talk about a couple of things tonight. Now, today's question is our Facebook question, right? So these are comments and, questions that we get in our inbox, and we pick and we say which one we're going to drop. Well, I'll give it to y'all. So what we're getting is there's a lot of talk and chatter about how things have shifted within the dating scene. Okay, so let me pull up the question so that you guys have it exactly, because I don't want to take this away from I was going to say young lady or young man. It's anonymous that put this out there, right? So it says a lot of people feel like dating shifted from intentional courting to convenience culture. The Netflix and chill era made low effort dating feel real and normal, while traditional dating, planning, pursuing, investing time, making reservations, creating experiences, started getting treated like doing too much. So the question is of the hour, has the dating scene changed? What has changed within the dating scene? How do you feel about that from the traditional side to now them just wanting to pull up and do a Netflix and chill? I don't know. Ash, I want to turn it over to you first, kind of see what your thoughts is. What you feeling about this dating scene?
You know what? I've always mentioned I have a lot of siblings. There's 7 of us on my mother's side. To me, I would say, how many of us are married? One is on his way to getting married. Congratulations, Jessica and Steven. They will be getting married.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. They'll be on Black Love Elevated soon. But I think that the dating scene right now, from what I hear, they say it's like pissing in the water. Like they say it's horrendous right now, the single folks. And I think that it's just due to the misconceptions of things that are happening in society right now, and due to social media, fabricated things, making relationships seem a certain way that they're necessarily not. I think a lot of times people have false standards, or you may stand on the standard of what was in the past from 1950 and it's 2026. Right. Okay. And then when it comes to as far as the process of dating, and courting a woman, I think that has gone out the window somewhat, but I think it's gone out the window, not necessarily because these folks don't know. I just think they literally haven't been taught how to properly date. So the Netflix and chill, that's really cute. But to me and most women, that sounds like you just trying to fuck. I mean, I'm gonna censor that out, but that's what that sounds like to me. So if I'm trying to get to know you, I'm not trying to go to your crib first, my guy.
Right.
We can go to Starbucks. We can go. Hell, I'll go goddamn Kroger's or Walmart with you to walk around, whatever. But I'm not trying to go to your house and lay up in the bed with you, because we know what that's leading to. So to me, it's understanding the process of dating and what that looks like. But a lot of men, again, they're looking online versus speaking to folks in reality about what that actually looks like. And one thing that I would say is actually speaking to a woman and asking her what a preferred date would look like for her, having that necessary conversation, because everything is online. And again, it's fabricated. They don't know, it's assumptions. So I think it's pretty bad right now, but again, it's due to assumptions. What do you think, Tobie?
Well, let me first say, thank God we ain't in the dating field no more. Like, oh my God. Like, I definitely agree with you when it comes to people are looking at social media, music. You got the city girls over here telling people that they got to be able to buy you a Hermes bag before, if they can't afford a bag, then they can't date you. You got the people on social media talk about, oh, Red Lobster ain't good enough anymore, or Cheesecake Factory ain't good enough anymore. It's got to be more than that. Like, and I think that a lot of men get intimidated by the fact that they think they have to, because of social media, they think they have to do all of these big things. But like you said, you don't got to spend millions of dollars to court somebody. You can definitely do something nice, a nice little vibe or whatever, but speak to the girl that you taking out, speak to the person that you courting, have open communication and ask her what she likes, get to know her, maybe before the first date or whatever, and see what she may want to do. And it may not even have to be that goddamn complicated.
Well, you know what, Tobie, when you talk about dating, right? We're married. We've been in marriages for some time now, right? Back in that day, something is echoing here. Back in that day, they put in that work, right? They made reservations. Let me pick you up. This is what time I need you to be ready. They got nice, dressed up for you. What I'm hearing from these people from single people, is that they can put in all this effort, go out, get the nails done, hair done, get the best outfit, and the men are not even noticing because of this Netflix and chill. So you just want to pull up. You don't want to take me out. But then the flip side of the question is, Ash, when you do take me out, we sit down and eat, right? What happens when the bill comes? What's happening these days versus what happened in your day? I figure I'll spin it a little bit.
For me, if I'm speaking as far as like it with my husband, I don't know nothing about none of that. Like, I literally know him to be that type of person. He gonna pick up the bill. He always has. Like, for me, I will volunteer to do so. But even when we first started, it was him. Today, so hear me out, y'all. Right? Hear me out. Okay. I feel like also today women are making just as much as men are. I don't really think it's a problem to pick up the bill. I don't.
No, I may not think it's a problem, but damn, in the beginning, we're dating. Do you put that effort forward first to show me that this is that traditional thing? Because they want these traditional marriages, but they're not doing traditional things. I don't know. I don't come from the era where we just pulled up and watched a movie and then that turned into a fuck scene. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what happened to get to know me? What's going on with you? Well, what's your future like? Like dating, finding out about somebody.
But on the financial end, do you feel like some women use that? And Tobie, this may be something for you to answer. If the dynamics are set up where it's always the man pays, has the dynamics, are women using that as a way to figure out like what he can afford, what he can do? Is that what's happening right now, Tobie, or what we've done in the past?
I don't know if I would say that it's being used that way. I feel like in the past that is probably the way that it was for us in the past, because that's how I was raised, to kind of see, what a man is working with, or what he can, what he's willing to do to impress you. How far is he willing to go to impress you? So you got to kind of let this man pay and do whatever. But I do think that nowadays I have heard from social media and people that I know, single people that I know, listen, I'm getting this free meal, like taking advantage of people, like, we're going to go out on this date because I get a free meal. I'm getting a drink, out of it. And I can go on multiple dates throughout the week with different people, and I'm going to get a free meal. I'm going to get the drink or whatever, like just taking advantage of people. So I think, for me, I have a daughter that is dating a guy that I know for a fact has a very nice paycheck, and I have to tell her, you have to let this man court you. And she's always like, oh, I don't want him to feel like I'm taking advantage of him. I want to pay sometimes. And I do think it's okay to pay sometimes, because, I do raise my daughter to be independent and be able to support herself. And maybe she wants to do something that he don't necessarily want to do, but he's willing to go with her. So sure, maybe take him out on a date, treat him, court him a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. But I do think that from my perspective, especially if he's making more money than you are, let that man pay. Shit.
Quick question before you go. I got a good one for you, babe. So let's talk about this, right? Like at the beginning of this topic, I had mentioned something about men not necessarily knowing how to court women. So in their mind, it just popped in my head. Their mind, Netflix and chill is a way, some, not all, but a way to court women. Does it make a difference if Netflix and chill is presented in a feasible way? Let's say if it's like a picnic, or he's got like candles and it's really set up. Does Netflix and chill become different? So that's what I'm saying. Is it they just don't know what they doing? Or is it actually possible, brother, for you to get off on a freebie?
Well, Ash, you got a point. You got a point, because what I'm talking about is effort. What I'm talking about is put a little thought into, you know what I'm saying, the date that we're going to have. So yeah, we could sit down. You set me up a picnic outside. You got the blanket, you got the fruit, you got the snacks, you got the movie playing, and the scene is set. And I see that you was intentional about this date. Then that definitely changes my view on just pulling up and laying down.
See, that's that to me, that's the type of Netflix and chill that I want, fellas. Mark it in your books. That's what women are looking for. If you're trying to look for, and we should give them some tips on while we talking, okay? Because that is a perfect example of you guys using Netflix and chill. But of course, the dynamics of how women are thinking now, it's totally been altered. So even if you're gonna do that, you're not gonna be able to present it as, let's come over to the house of Netflix and chill. Automatically you got to come up with something else, brother. But it can be within the same perspective, and you may end up getting what you're actually looking for. I'm just saying.
Hey, you might just, but I want to go back and answer the question. See, because when it comes to paying the bill, or should the man just pay the whole bill, I'm kind of like that boss style. You know what I'm saying? I want to show a man I can do for you just as much as you can do for me. And you can't do nothing for me I can't do for myself. And I like to splurge on my man too. So I think it's okay, because we talk about these traditional dating and marriage situations, but it's not just quite so traditional, because like you said, Ash, women make just as much money too. So can I stand on my man, splurge on him, spoil him a little bit, show him that he's special just like I want to feel special? It kind of goes hand to hand, and that makes me feel good. Like, I did that. You like that, daddy? Yeah, we good. It may just make for a nice night. I mean, come on, it don't have to just be the man, but I think that you need to put some work in. Okay, I think you don't need to just pull up on me. I think you need to put some effort in there, but I definitely believe that I want to stand on it just like I want him to stand on it. I like that.
Yeah.
What about you, Tobe?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I don't have a problem with, spending money on someone as well, courting him and letting him know that I can do the same shit and I feel good about doing it, but yeah, I'm gonna need you to do it for me first. That's just me. But I will say, my husband, when we met, we have been dating maybe about like, I'm gonna say a month.
Mhm.
And I had told him in that month that I had never been to New Orleans. And one of the things that he did was he just planned a whole trip to New Orleans. Now, granted, I had to send my mom and all my friends a copy of his driver's license so they knew who the fuck was taking me to New Orleans. But but he took me to New Orleans. He even rented my favorite car at the time was a Challenger. I wanted a Challenger as my dream car. And he rented that car and let me, drive a little bit on the highway and my Challenger. So, it was a step up and it was something that I had never had. It was amazing. So I think the amount of effort equates to money as well.
That's right.
So
That's what I'm talking about.
even if something doesn't cost a whole lot, it's the effort and the thought that you put into it. And listen to what I say. Listen to your woman speak.
That's what I was about to say, Tobie.
Yeah.
The key thing to that whole situation, it wasn't the fact that I think Jamaica was, prying and having this conversation. He was engaged with you. He listened to you. And that is your
Yeah.
husband. You hear me? Like that is
Right.
a big thing. That shows you that listening can get you through the door. And that's what I was saying earlier about understanding how women speak, what they're saying, the things that they like and don't like, because we gonna tell you. I mean, we gonna tell
Right.
you. That's all you gotta
Yeah.
do is listen.
Just
But
listen.
for sure. Eb, you
Absolutely.
want to say something?
Yeah, no. So I was going to say, so I want to make sure that our viewers got this shit right. So the questions that we want to see the comments on, right, is number one, does splitting the bill affect the attraction? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you immediately turned the fuck off? How are you feeling about that? Regardless of whether the fact that you may want to jump in later on and do this, but does splitting the bill affect attraction? And then the flip side of this, the backhand side of this, is Netflix and chill ruining intentional dating? Those are the comments that we want to see. We want to get your thoughts on that because look, we're not in that stage right now, right? We know where we came from. Shit was intentional. Okay, you set up a day. You knew what time you was being picked up. We knew where we was going. We knew how to dress accordingly, and the effort was definitely there. So I'm kind of curious as to how it's changing, and I would like to get the thoughts from the viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And I will say, I have to tell y'all, so not Ebony, but Tobie bragging on her husband. My husband is love doctor too. I will be honest with you. I can't keep up with Mr. Josh, baby. He lays it out every time. I mean, he's very thoughtful when it comes to things like that. And sometimes it's not even stuff that I even speak on because I'm not like super romantic type of person. But he is just very thoughtful. And the funny thing is his mother is like, his father was just like that. So I think it's like what you teach your kids, they carry along with you. Thank you, Mr. Simpson, even though RIP to you, but
Well,
he
you
did a
want to
great
know what?
job.
I want to give a shout out to Josh because, like we said, we build real life relationships here, within our group, right? So one of the things that you posted, he surprised you one time. I want y'all to
The
understand that it
sipping
doesn't
paint.
take
Yeah.
anything big, right? You came home, he had it set up for the sipping paint. He done went and
It
got
was
little
so cute.
canvases. He got the wine, the glasses, the set up the table. He went, but it was intentional. He put thought into it. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. The surprise element was there. So,
Yes.
guys, ladies, it doesn't take much effort, but it definitely takes that one key word, effort, right? So, shout out to my brother Josh.
He's done
Yeah.
a lot through. I mean, I'm always shocked and amazed. I'm like, see, that's why I'm so crazy about you and be ready to be the motherfucker. See, why you doing me like that? You making me crazy. You doing it to me.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. So
So do y'all
yeah, so we
think
want
do
to
y'all
hear
think
about it
dating
because it's a lot of single. I'm sorry, Tobe, you was going out.
I
I
was gonna
didn't hear
say,
you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
do y'all think dating is easier or harder after marriage though? Like continuing to date your spouse, is it harder?
Mm.
I for me, I feel like I think we had this conversation briefly earlier. I think that it's harder because my expectations have gone up. They've changed over the years, and sometimes it's hard to follow change with people. So that's really why I say that. Like, it's not about the person. Like, I still am very much so in love with my husband. I still want to be with him, but I just feel like there are nuances to the person that you are and where you're growing and where you're going to be. And then you explore things differently. So I think that it does become, and you're trying to keep it fun and exciting. So to me, and with the same person, right? It's not like, a different person unless I put a new wig on. You hear me? But outside of that, it's me. So I feel like it can become a little difficult just depending on how you decide to play in your relationship and keep it fun. You know what I mean? But I'll be honest, it can be kind of difficult for sure.
Well, for me, Tobie, I'm the opposite. I kind of think it's a little bit more easier because when you're in the beginning stage, you're trying to get to know this person. What does this person like? What would they want to do? Now you know exactly what they like. And for me, it wouldn't even take much. Like if I want to take my husband out on a date, I take him somewhere, get me a pool table. You understand what I'm saying? Take him out where we could go hear some good music. He is in heaven. These are things that he like to do. Now, it depends on what scale you want to take it to. But if we're on a low key date, oh yeah, I know exactly what he wants. So I think that for me, being married is actually easier to date my husband because I know exactly what makes him happy, to the small things, to the things that may just excite and wow the hell out of him.
Yeah. I think I can see both sides of it. I can see how it could be harder because a lot of times when you're married, you think, oh, I already won this person. I don't have to really do nothing else. Or like, years later that y'all been dating, then it's like, okay, we doing the same stuff. How do I recreate those high moments that we had when we were, first starting out or whatever? But on the flip side of that, like you said, Eb, you know this person. You know what they like to do, what they're willing to do. You know whether they're willing to test limits and things. So I could see how it could be a little bit easier, which in my case, I think it's a lot easier because we know each other.
Yes.
And I think that kind of goes to like what we were talking about, I think like last week and week before last, but about, understanding people's limits and what they're interested in and all that other stuff. And for me, I feel like when I say that it's kind of like difficult, that's me in my head too. I don't think it's difficult for him, but it's more for me because I'm like, is this good? Are you happy with this? Not that I don't know what he like. I know what you like, but you feel me? Like, because I think that it's a sense of satisfaction that I want to have and give him. That it's like, oh shit, like what do I do differently? How can we make sure that we're growing? It's a lot that run through this goddamn head of mine. So, that's the perspective of why I'm saying it. But for him, I think it's a walk in the goddamn park.
You know what? It's funny you said that because I will give y'all a good example of exactly how you feel, Ash. So this past weekend was my husband's birthday weekend, and I had planned this whole thing. So for me, I like if you're gonna plan the weekend, you're going to plan a date night for me, I want you to plan it from beginning to end. I don't want you to plan, we're going to go out and then the whole night we like, what you want to do? No, plan the whole thing, motherfucker, like whatever. So I had planned the dinner. I planned the after party. I planned the hotel that we was going to stay at. I planned the brunch the next day.
Come on.
Like everything, right? And so then the next day, I wanted him to be like, baby, thank you so much. That was so nice. And he was like, he said it was fun, but I need you to be a little more excited and thrilled about the shit that I done planned for you because this shit took a lot of goddamn work. So like, I want to know that you enjoyed what the fuck I did. So like, I'll be in my head like that too.
Right. And it's like, am I not listening? Am I not paying attention to what you want?
Right.
What do I need to pull out of you? So that's exactly what I mean, and I think that they're grateful, but men they show it.
They just do it different. Yeah.
Thank you.
Exactly.
I'm like, oh, thank you. And he be like, all right, that's cool. What?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be doing flips around here, brother.
Yes.
What you think?
Well, you want them to do flips, but I say if somebody ain't willing to invest in dating you, should they expect intimacy from you? See, like, hold on. You want all of this and you want all of that, but I'm just going to put that question out there as that leads us into Black Love Elevated After Dark. But the question is, you don't want to date me, but you want to sex me. At Netflix and chill, you ain't put no time and no effort in. Kick rocks. We're not doing
Kick
that.
rocks.
I can Netflix and chill myself.
By my damn self for free. Shit. In my own time, in my pajamas, in my house, in my bed, rubbing my feet together.
Hello. Rubbing them.
Black Love Elevated After Dark. I could put my own movie on. I could satisfy my own self. Like, what did you bring to the table, darling? I have all the tools right here.
Yeah, we know about y'all black boxes.
Allegedly.
So, Miss Tobie, the floor is about to be yours. It's about to get spicy. It's about to get heavy. And it's time to pivot into Black Love Elevated After Dark. So I think you got a hot topic that you want to talk about and somebody been asking about. So what's the tea?
So we kind of kept it a little after dawn this time, guys. So
you kept it after dawn.
Right after dawn. So we know that you ladies, I know that you ladies are open to going to the strip club with your spouse, okay? But what if your partner tells you, hey, me and the fellas, we going out to the strip club tonight, but it's just gonna be us. It ain't gonna be y'all, you know, spouse, lady, wife, whatever. It's just gonna be us going out. How y'all feel about that? Is that cool? You know, what are the rules? What we doing?
Ash, I'm gonna let you jump this one off. We're talking about the strip club. We talking about all
strip club.
I'm gonna let you
jump to me first. Y'all know how I am. I'm gonna pop up at Magic City with my husband. I love that place. Okay, shout out to Magic City.
Shout out to Magic City. Wait a minute.
What? Bro, shout out to Magic City.
Can we get a sponsorship from Magic City? We clapping ass.
That's what I'm talking about, Tobie. That's where the real sponsorship needs to come into play for Black Love Elevated. That's a great question, Tobie. I will say this for me. I go to the strip club with my husband. I don't mind it. I love it. I love going to the strip club. I learned a few moves. I got my own little pole. But to be honest, there have been times where he's like, yeah, we're going to the strip club. And usually it's when we're like the bachelor parties or whatever, which I'm okay with. But the general, like, we're going to the strip club, I'm not that comfortable with that. I'm not. I'm not. I think after a while, at first, when maybe before we were married, he used to go with his buddies and all that other stuff. And then after a while, I don't know, it just became a very uncomfortable thing with me. Like, I'll go with you, but I personally, like I say, I don't want no woman making my bed hard and I ain't there. I'm sorry. That's not something that I'm wanting to do. So I would have to say, nah, I'm not really that comfortable unless I'm there.
What you think, Eb?
So you pretty much saying, like, if my husband want to go to the strip club, am I cool, calm, honest, or am I arguing with this motherfucker before he leave the door and it's about to be a problem? That's what you're asking me?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm asking you.
Okay. For me, like you said, Ash, I'm willing to go to the strip club with you. You know what I'm saying? Get me my money. Let me make it rain. Let's do all that good stuff. I've gone to the strip club with my husband. I have videos, but let me tell you something. All men don't want to be in a strip club. He was a little uncomfortable, but by the time he let his shoulders down, he was like, can we come back again? I let him get a dance and everything. I was like, hold on, I need the baddest motherfucking bitch up right here. You know what I'm saying? And for real, I put a lot of respect on those ladies. They got some serious moves. So yeah, I'm checking them out. I'm like, all right, let me see what you got going on. Let me see if I can pull that off. Am I gonna hurt myself? Okay, I'm gonna let you have that. But on the flip side, I think I would feel more comfortable if I'm there. But the question is, do you trust your spouse enough to allow them to go? Because it may be a men's night out. Do you have enough trust within your husband to say what's going to happen there, what you're going to do, how you going to conduct yourself? Because the tables can be turned. What about if the ladies want to have a ladies' night out? Most times we'll go to the strip club with the men, right? But they don't necessarily want to go to a strip club where it's for the women. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't really hearing that. So would you expect me to conduct myself accordingly? And do I give the same respect to you? That's a tricky question. What you think, Tobie?
So for me, I mean, my spouse, he does not do strip clubs, but not because I guess the women, he don't see he ain't trying to spend no money on no other bitches. Like for him, he ain't trying to throw no money. Like so, you know, he doesn't do that. But I personally would not mind if he went. I feel like I would get a kick out of if he went. Like you go and you come home and you hard like that. To me, you came home to me. You know what I'm saying? So fuck it. Like let's do that. Like whatever you seen, tell me. What did you like? I want to know what turns you on about it. And with that being said, I have never been to the strip club with my husband, although I would love to go with my husband. My husband, he's the kind of person that is like, he doesn't like, I have never seen him look at another woman or even like, I'm sure he does, you know what I'm saying? But I've never seen it or he doesn't really talk about it. So I want to see what arouses him, what turns him on. Like when you see a bitch walk by butt ass naked, what do you like? What makes you turn your head and kind of stare for a second? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see it. I want to know, but I would love for him to go by himself, but he wouldn't do that. And also, I'm sorry, y'all want to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, not get on my motherfucking nerve. He trying to play. He be throwing his hands up. Nigga, don't throw your hands up with this bitch walking past, fat ass out in front of you. You want to throw your goddamn hands up. Oh,
exactly.
We're in the middle of a
we
strip
be
club.
looking like, damn, babe, you saw her ass? That bitch got a fat ass. Like, but women can compliment another woman. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Ash, Tobie, a man gonna look regardless. You know what I'm saying? And does a man deserve to have a man's night out? It's about that, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that your man gonna come home to you. See, because for me, I know the worth that I bring. See, let's change the tables for a second. I know what I bring to the table. So if you want that and you are willing to risk some bullshit for what I can give, you can have that shit. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm going to trust my man. You go ahead and do your thing and you come back and I hope you have a good time because those boundaries, they've already been put in place. The respect that he has for me already has been discussed. You understand what I'm saying? So I ain't worried about it. I know what I bring to the table.
Yeah. And so so when you go to the strip club, okay, let's say you let him go by yourself, right? It's there's one set of rules. If you go with him, there's another set of rules. How are they different?
I don't think, I think that I know where they're different. I know where they fucking different. Number one, I know, I'm thinking about it right now. Number one, if I'm there, hey, I'm right here. You already know the respect line. You're going to do it all. We're going to dance. We're going to throw the money. We're going to do everything right here. All that slick shit. I'm talking about that VIP room in the back, that shit that you paid for to get some extra shit. That wouldn't go down if I wasn't there. That shit is different.
Right.
That shit is different. I mean, now we're going to end up in your car shit or y'all exchanging numbers. That shit is different. Because if I'm there, we ain't doing that. First of all, I don't need to bring this home. You know what I'm saying? First of all, she gonna get us a row. She gonna get us ready to get the motherfucking show on the road. Darling, when we get home, all gas, no brakes. Fuck you mean?
And I think that's my problem too. Because for me, if I'm with my spouse and we doing a late night ride, we do some things in that car. You hear me? Don't sit in that front seat of that Charger. I'm just telling y'all right now.
Have mercy.
Oh shit!
There been a few times where we done rolled up and down the 92. Okay, okay. But no, I think that's what my problem is. Like, well, I'm like, nah, because I know how my husband is, and then I don't think it's about like a trust thing for me. I just know, like, we use those things for sexual matters. And I think for me, because that's what it's for, I want to be there, period. So no, I don't really like for him to go by. So unless they doing like, a party, that is not an issue for me. Go hang out with your buddies, blah, blah, blah. But also, I don't like, you could tell me that you ain't going to do something. I don't be trusting people like that. I don't give a damn who it is. I'm like, hell no. But that's a me thing though, honestly. He ain't done nothing to make me think I can't trust him. But that's just a me thing. I have a real trust issue with believing people. Well, so you're going to come with me.
Ash, that me thing, a lot of women out there, they saying, you know what I'm saying? For some of them wives out there, listen to me. They like, well, why seek sexual entertainment outside the marriage? You know what I'm saying? Because alcohol, peer pressure, attention, that can equal a dangerous mix.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And before I put you in that, I'm going to be right there. That's why I know. So
that's why you got to be. That's the fucking difference.
So, but that also goes to the point, like Tobie was saying, she never gone with her husband. You got to go. You have to go.
I want to.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna take this offline. And
I was gonna say that's the thing, like, he's not big on it. So if I don't force the issue, he's not gonna be like, oh babe, let's go to the strip club. Like we'll all have
all right, so that sound like a BLE event. That sound like a BLE event.
Definitely. So
put
you
me
guys,
in there, especially and guess what? All strip clubs got good chicken. They got good wings.
I've heard
Shout out to Magic City.
They got motherfuckers in there with money. So when you put me in the table with that pool table that they always got in the back, I'm gonna get all that bread. They want to get them bitches. Let's go.
Yeah.
Rain on me.
It's something to experience. And I also think that as far as like being in marriages, if women are not comfortable with that, go get comfortable in the setting, because you don't know. I mean, it may not be something that your spouse may enjoy, but you just don't know, especially being in marriage. Let's be fucking for real. We're going to be married for the rest of our lives, and exploring those different things. It goes back to our last week conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Especially in the Black community, Xing things out. You're putting yourself in a very difficult situation, because some men be like, I will go whether you want me to or not. I'm still gonna go. So I would just say, just go. Experience is not your thing. Whatever you want to set a boundary in relationship, not to do it, whatever. But it doesn't hurt to try. And honestly, it's always been a great time. They play the best music, like Ebony said, the best wings. Shout out to Magic City, and they have some really great dancers.
Yes.
Yeah, they do. Them bitches are talented. You hear me?
Phenomenal. They're phenomenal. I love them. They're great.
So the flip of that is, okay, not strip club. Let's say it's a bachelorette party, right? Or you know, and it might be a close relative, a brother, a cousin, a uncle, or whatever, a best friend getting married. You know, how are you allowed to go? It's not allowed. I'm not gonna say that word because but how do you feel about your spouse going to those kind of events where they're saying, well, I just want to represent my friend. I just want to be there for them, to congratulate them and be on their side and let them know that I'm supportive of them. It's not about, the women that's going to be there or whatever. And I asked that question because I actually was faced with that situation when it came to myself and my spouse. I had a good friend that was getting married, and she was going to have she was going to go to a strip club, male review for her bachelorette party. And when I was telling my spouse about the itinerary, it obviously started out with nice, fun stuff. We were going to surprise her with a brunch. We were going to, take her shopping or do whatever. And then as I'm telling him the itinerary, he's like, oh, yeah, that's cool. You can go ahead. And then when I got down to, we're going to go to this male review, all of a sudden his whole mood changed. And I mean, I was like, what's the problem? And he never did really say at first. He was just like, his whole attitude changed. Like, no, it ain't nothing. And then, the whole day was all fucked up and ruined or whatever because of whatever. And then when it came down to it, I found out it was because he didn't feel comfortable with me having dicks all in my face or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so
I'm going to say what I say, though, on the pause section. We in Atlanta. Most people want to go to the women's strip clubs because the men's strip clubs may be not what you're looking for. You understand what I'm saying? So,
yeah. But I mean, like, I ended up telling him, like, okay, now that you have told me that that's your concern, I can conduct myself. I understand that that's your concern. I'm not going to put myself in a position to have this motherfucker sitting on my lap. First of all, I'm not even the bride to be, so they're not even going to be focused on me. But if they, were to approach me, I know, okay, this is a boundary that my husband has. He's told me this. Let me make sure this motherfucker know to go on to the next bitch that's in the next chair over here. Don't come to me with your little thing or whatever, doing whatever. So I think it's all about communication. Now, I didn't end up going because, hell, by that time, the whole mood was blown. But,
Yeah, I'm going to say if he don't trust you and he got all those stipulations behind it, then maybe your ass need to stay the fuck at home. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to cause more drama that you don't need. Now you need therapy. Now you need group sessions. Now you're going to keep my ass on the phone all night trying to figure out
the whole time, right?
Like, maybe you got to know your man. But the question is, how do you feel about that? So what do you ladies out there think? What are the comments thinking? What are the men and the women thinking out there? I can't wait to see the comments because this shit can kind of go either way. It's whether you with the shit or not.
I think, first of all, we got to really be real about what Tobie just said, right? She said that Jamaica does not go to the strip club himself at all. So I think that he has all the right to be uncomfortable with that. If he was like a man that went to and I'm going to do a flip side with me and Josh in a second, but I think that he has the right because he doesn't do that type of thing. So if he feels like absolutely not, that's a boundary clearly, because I don't do it myself. I don't think that that's a horrible thing for him to say that. Like Ebony said, just stay at home. Like that's something that he's not comfortable with. On the flip side, I've gone to the strip club many times with my husband, and I don't think he won't not near dick shaking in my face. I could go ask him right now and he would say absolutely not. But I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm okay with that. It ain't no big deal to me anyway. I go because I like to see him in action anyway. So that's why I go with him. Outside of that, I don't want no man. Honestly, I just don't want a man shaking his dick in my face.
You want to know what's so crazy though? When you go to the strip club with your spouse, it's funny. For me, I'm always checking his pants, like trying to see if his shit getting hard. Like,
get back. I
may even do a light feel, like, let me feel like, is you getting aroused? Like, you like this shit? Like, what's up? Because I want to know what he like. What you looking at when I'm not there? Like, is your shit getting hard?
Yeah, and you know what? I've never had that with Josh. And then I'm competitive, y'all, on everything I love. So now when we in the car, I'm gonna make your shit. I'm gonna make you know that it's everything at home, baby. I'm gonna make sure you remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's my competitiveness. Yeah.
Well, then that may bring out a side. So maybe it's excitement, because some of these relationships, let's keep it a buck. Some of these relationships out here, the spark has gone out. Okay. Right. And they need something to light that motherfucking flame. So if we got to bring you out here and not necessarily bring somebody in your bedroom, but let's get a visual, you know what I'm saying? Get a game starter. Okay. Now game the fuck on.
Yeah. And maybe it's not even a matter of going to the strip club. Maybe we see turn some porn on. You know what I mean?
Ooh, that too.
Yeah.
That too. I don't know. Maybe that's the next segment for Black Love Elevated After Dark. How do you guys feel about porn? Because there's a lot of different views behind porn. Do you watch porn? Is porn forbidden? Like, first of all, for me, and I know we could jump into this on the next episode, I want to make my own porn fucking video. I want to go back and watch my own shit. I get turned on to how I want to turn my man on. Like, wait a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because this is all about life and keeping your spouse happy. So have you practiced those moves? You know, y'all see these goddamn TikToks and all of that shit out there. Have you worked that dance? They got classes for this shit, ladies. Come on.
Yes.
We talked about going. Y'all don't act.
We sure did. We got to find the right time.
Yes.
We do. Yeah.
Check the events tab.
It can be classy and not trashy. You know what I'm saying? Come on, don't judge us. You could come in with a nice dance, nice lingerie, and you setting the tone. That's all a scene to get there. You understand what I'm saying? Keeping that spark alive. That's what I was talking about.
And you better know what your man like, girl. He may want you to be a little trashy.
Yes.
I'm just saying, he may want you to get down. Because I know my man. I'm telling you, 92, y'all down. Better be careful going up and down that street. Fucked it out.
I mean, come on. And I'd rather him bring that side out with me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, versus being outside. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what you like. We talked about those boundaries last week. What do you like? Allowing your man to be open to say, damn, I like it when you bust it wide open, or I like when you bend over like this, or I like it when you do this. Let me perfect that shit, because I'm going to turn good to great, baby. I'm going to show you how I level up.
But that's the thing, though. I'm not interested in being shy with my husband. Like, I'm not interested in that. I'm not. And I want to know about your sexual desires, what turns you on and all that stuff. Because like I said, I'm very competitive and I want to keep mine in the house. So I need to know what you need. Like, I'm really that type of person. And you're going to know what I like, because I'm going to tell you, I'm very vocal about what I like. And he get it.
Okay.
Because
and that gives you options. I might just be willing to try what you want.
Right.
But a closed mouth won't get fed. A closed mouth won't get fed. Come on, ladies. And I'm not just talking to the ladies, guys. I forget. We talking to the men too, because can y'all put some work in? You know what I'm saying? Why do men not want to give you a show? Like, we could put on the whole dance. We could put on the whole show. We could get the right lingerie, everything. You tell your man, like, babe, on the next one, I want to sit back. Let me make it rain on you. Put this show on. They're like, what?
Around this goddamn pole. Nigga, hop the floor and shit. I'm on this stool right here.
I don't know. They don't be with the shits. They just want the show. They don't want to give the show. I don't know what y'all think about that.
Put that apron on and get in the kitchen and cook this shit butt naked.
Listen.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
I
these are
ain't mad at her.
just tips. These are tips to keep the spark alive. Men, if you out there and you want to surprise the fuck out of your woman, okay, and you one of those cookers, you like to be in the cook, just you buff your body feeling good, you feeling yourself, put that apron on and nothing
That's
else.
it.
Get in front of that
That's it.
stove. Come on, come serve me up. And then all of a sudden, through the apron, things start to happen. I'm just saying, you might just get where you want to go.
Yeah, and trust me, you
No.
don't have to be buff. I'm talking from
Right.
experience.
We like dad
Ooh.
bods.
Listen, I'm talking
Yeah.
from experience.
Hey, we call it boss bodies. What they say, that boss belly. You can have all that shit. I don't care what your physique is. Just be feeling yourself. And if you feel good about your shit, you know your woman already feeling you. They with you. Shit, put your best shit on. Come on.
Just want to know what that mouth
is
do.
key. Confidence is key. Confidence.
Oh yeah. I believe
You hear
that.
me?
I believe that. Show me you mean that shit. You meant every goddamn thing you said. What you said, I'm gonna make you live all that shit. Yeah, you was talking all that shit. I'm gonna make you live it. What you said you're gonna do? Hold on. You didn't do that part yet. Rewind. Let's start over.
I'm telling you, it ends up in a wop 3000. You hear me?
Ooh.
Just
The way
saying.
I just be pushing the power button on you bitches, like just push the power button and y'all just go. I love it.
Look,
I love it.
I got the battery in my back now. I'm gonna keep
I
going
love
and going and going and going and going and going and going.
Shit.
I'm stuck like the Energizer Bunny. Fuck you mean? I'm gonna keep going and going and going. Look, put that work in. Show me that I meant that much. But it goes back to that dating conversation we was talking about on the episode.
Yes.
It's about that work, that effort, being intentional. The small things matter. Watch what happens.
Yeah.
That's real shit. The small things. Because we remember that shit. We really do.
We do.
We do. The next day, we be cackling. We be like, yo, this motherfucker for real. Did he not just do that? Like, okay. So he tried to challenge me. Like you said, a competitive motherfucker.
And come back, and we're gonna come back harder to prove that we could do it better. Yes.
What? Yeah. So get on. Yes. Bro. You might just get a round 2, and that round 2 may be better than round 1 because now it's a competitive sport. I ain't gonna just get mine. I want you to get yours. Hold on.
Yes.
Right. That was fun.
Fucking with y'all, but I'm dead ass. Come on, I don't like to lose.
But we married. Calm down. We married. We talk about some real shit.
Married, bro. I am talking about what happens and how I feel. And even with the man upstairs, it is a competitive sport. I'm like, hold on, you tried to outdo that? Did you try to put your back into it too much? Hold on, my leg can still go up here. Wait a minute.
Because you was talking a lot of shit.
This is fun, guys, but this is the truth. We're talking about relationships, right? For a second, we're talking about marriages. We're talking about getting to that next level. But how do you do that? We got some shy individuals out there that don't even know how to voice how they really feel. What makes you feel good? What doesn't make you feel good? Because that's important too. And when you're able to vocalize these things, your sex life, which is a strong part of a relationship, gets stronger. The connection with that man, that woman gets stronger. And it just makes y'all a motherfucking force. I'm a movement by myself.
Absolutely.
But I'm a force when we're together. Oh,
it is great. And one thing, the advice that I can give you, if you're afraid to talk to your spouse and you're afraid to disclose things, bitch, get over it.
Okay? Get over it.
Get the fuck over it. That's it.
I'm just saying, somebody may be willing to do what you want. Get into it. Ooh. I said what I said. I'm sorry. It's Black Love Elevated After Dark, y'all.
Hey. We gotta wrap this shit up, man. Like,
all right, let's wrap it up. Look, we want to hear your comments. We want to know your thoughts. Look, this is not shit that we just bringing out the woodworks. You guys asked about this. You inboxed about this. Y'all want to know. So if you want to know, somebody else want to know. I think this shit is systemic. It's other people that want to know what's going on and how to keep the spark alive. So, Ash, I'm gonna turn it over to you to close this out. But really, we taking it to Tobie. This was your segment. Close this out.
Yes,
mama.
ma'am. Go ahead and get us going so I can go ahead and wrap this up.
Listen, at the end of the day, check that events tab. You done heard Ebony say that we trying to be out here learning how to pole dance and ride that thing. So y'all check that events tab. Ash.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Tobie. Thank you, guys. This is a wrap of another episode of Black Love Elevated. Please remember to subscribe to YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Join our Black Love Elevated Georgia page, because Miss Tobie got all the events for you there. Okay. And we will be adding additional social medias very, very soon. So keep your eyes out on that. But other than that, have a wonderful rest of your evening. And we're going to check y'all out next week on another episode of Black Love Elevated with Tea Time with
Tobie.
And I'm Ash, y'all. We'll check you out next time.
Good night, y'all.